Hello, and welcome to the Age of Unlightenment. My name is Dr. Robert Stacey, Professor of Government here at HBU, and observer of all things Unlightenment. Well, the question is, will the GOP lose control of the House of Representatives in 2014? The off-year elections that just wrapped up here in Virginia for governor, as well as New Jersey, and mayor of New York City seem to indicate perhaps a shift to the left in the American electorate. The overall congressional approval rating is down below 10%. The generic congressional vote polls seem to have the Democrats up by about 6 points. And of course, blame for the government shutdown really seems to have fallen to the shoulders of the GOP. But before we get too hasty, I would suggest that President Obama might have some troubles of his own. His own approval rating is only about 43%, and while that might sound good in comparison, bear in mind that only 3 presidents since World War II have had lower approval ratings at this point in their presidency. And they include Lyndon Johnson, who was dealing with Vietnam. That includes Richard Nixon, who was dealing with Watergate, and of course more recently George W. Bush and the problems in Iraq. The average midterm seat loss for a president with an approval rating below 50% is a whopping 36 seats in the House. Obama, of course, is well below 50%. He could be looking at some serious losses. When it comes to the congressional approval rating, voters often say, in fact, that they hate Congress. What they really mean by that is typically that they hate other people's congressmen, not so much their own. Presidential approval, frankly, is a much more significant variable. The Obamacare debacle probably tightened up that race in Virginia. Virginia really, by this point, has become a blue state, and by now that probably should have been an easier win for the Democrats. It was a competitive race, I think, because of some reaction to what's going on with the Obama administration. In fact, voter frustration is likely to continue throughout the rest of this year and into 2014, and as a result, President Obama and the Democrats could see some real problems in that congressional election in 2014. The GOP could come out ahead even of where they stand now. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us at ageofunlightenment.com. Make good decisions.